Yeah, Faster Cat Podcast, episode 85. We back, baby.
Episode motherfucking 85.
Yeah.
Y'all boys good? Everything good? Chris, you been out here changing tires and shit? Like the fucking Talladega Nights and shit?
You ain't first, your last, motherfucker.
Alright, man, what y'all want to talk about first? Jussie Smollet, Ryan Coogler, what y'all want to talk about, bro?
Jussie Smollet, catch me up. What happened
Man, so now he got sentenced, bro.
Shouts out to Gay Tupac.
Man, let me see if I got this shit on let me see if I can find it on YouTube real quick, man. The Gay Tupac, he said that, right? So,
Did he
shit.
lie about being gay? Has that came out yet?
You never know. He's an actor, dog.
And he was definitely in his actor bag. You can't hear it. Fuck it. But basically, what the nigga did, so Jussie Smollett, he got his sentence. Y'all know he allegedly, well, I guess it's not alleged no more. The nigga got
Guilty.
He got found guilty. He got 150 days in the notorious Cook County Jail. $25,000 fine, which is the maximum fine. He got to give over $120,000 in restitution to the city of Chicago, probably because, you know, that's how much they spent investigating his shit. They ran his shit up. And he got 30 months probation.
Run it up.
He got 30 months probation. And so then they asked him, did he have anything to say? And that nigga said, listen, I respect you, Judge, but I'm innocent. I shouldn't be here. He's still running with his story. He said that, he also said that, this is where I felt like I'm going to just give y'all my opinion. I feel like the pandering came because then he was like, I just want to let you guys know I am not suicidal. If anything happens to me, I am not suicidal, which I get it. But he kept on saying, I am not suicidal. If anything happens to me in there, I am not suicidal. So he's been put on protective custody. And he has a camera on his cell at all times and a guard with the body cam.
What 50 Cent said about those? They said what they said he did? Yeah, that nigga did that shit.
Yeah, whatever they said, he said he did that shit.
Man.
Facts. So what's your take on it, Kazadi? What you think? Oh, they got a new phone. That shit louder, motherfucker.
Right. Like, that was just one of them stories where I feel like maybe when it first dropped, you was like, damn. But the more details you heard about this shit, the more and more questions you had. And then it seemed like, to me, fuck it, we potted. Like, it was just the LBGTQ and them was having his back, like, with the whole, like, hey, y'all need to step up, black coach. You always take it. And then niggas was like, hey, man. What?
Well, to that point, who is worse right now? The believe women until
Oh shit!
or
I was about to get there.
The jury's still out on that.
Right.
Literally.
I'm just saying, like on some cases.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying,
I
like,
see. My bad.
you always supposed to think that they.
Well, that's a whole other question. We I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. But as far as like, I don't know. They both in the same kind of. He did something to me, book. So I don't know. But I feel like I think this dude.
Him and Meg need to collab.
He on some attention seeking shit.
That'd be a great ass line ass album.
He on some attention seeking shit. He's with the dramatics. He's trying to be like everything's like an act to that nigga. Almost like, hey, I am not suicidal.
It's like bro's a permanent actor.
Yeah, it's like he's not getting out of character. He's walking out the courtroom. I am innocent. I swear.
It's like they said.
I never said I was guilty.
It's like they said. Some people would say Tupac got his role in Juice, and he stayed in that character for the rest of his life until he passed away.
Do y'all think that he did this thinking it's gonna bring like a movie role out of it? He's gonna play himself out of it, or something?
Well,
I don't take nothing else to say about that nigga.
Well, you know what my theory was, because I know they said that his character was gonna get like either killed off or just off of the show, and it got him back on the show because of the attention.
And also got the show canceled.
And it was the last season.
He got the show canceled.
Well, I think it might have already been the last season. So I don't know. What you think, B?
Children actors go crazy or just like they do shit for attention. We live in the clout era. It's crazy.
There's another one just like that Tory Meg situation from the jump. I said, this nigga lying. Like, this shit ain't what it is. Like, the shit just wasn't adding up. Like, I don't know, man. I just hope he go in there, do his
Let me
time.
ask
He
you.
get
Well,
out.
we'll talk about that later. Go
He
ahead.
get out, do his time, and shit, get another role, bro.
Oh, he definitely gonna get hired somewhere.
So yeah, I mean, I think his was more clear. I think
VH1, but
I think the Megan situation was more confusion.
Not to me.
I think it was. You don't. So you don't think you was 100% sure from the
he
beginning?
been consistent.
I
I'll
said
tell
it
you
from
that.
the jump.
Okay.
I never switched. I was like, I don't.
No,
it wasn't-
because I remember you said we don't know. You didn't say she's lying.
I mean, that was what he was trying to say.
I'm saying like we don't know what really happened. Like the shit wasn't
Yeah.
adding up. Like she's lying. It's something she's lying about. The shit just not adding up.
Okay.
Just
So
like with him,
I think with him, his shit was just more obvious because
he going to
one,
subway in the middle.
I'm
of
gonna
the
be
night.
honest with y'all, bro. I my family from Chicago. I've been to Chicago plenty of times, and I'm not saying racist shit don't happen in Chicago, but it's not like what he said. What he did was some deep Southern root shit. Like I mean,
Mississippi was like, damn.
yeah, like Mississippi burning type shit, like the shit that his sister was playing in back in the day. Them type of movies and shit.
Shout out to his sister.
Like he did it like that. Like he was acting like that. Like they put a noose on you in downtown Chicago out of all the places. In downtown Chicago, one of the most diverse places in the city, they put a noose on you. You happen to be walking the subway. And they said, hey, that's the gay boy. From first of all, white racist people is not watching Empire.
That was Dave Chappelle killed that.
So that was my first. That was my first like part of
Magna had they recognized your ass.
right. So that was my part. That was my first part of the confusion because I'm like, damn. And then it's like, bro, you left the noose on till the police got there. Like you didn't have to do that. You could have just kept it in your
That
hand.
was my first like, wait, what?
Yeah, you left the noose on.
Like,
So, you know,
That's like getting stabbed, but I'm gonna leave this knife in me till the police get here to make sure they saw that I got stabbed.
yeah. So I found that a little confusing. So him, I definitely thought he was lying, for sure. But to answer Brandon's question, it is a for me at least a teaching point because I probably should have taken the same stance, not the lying part, but like where Brandon said, let's wait till we get more info. I just seen Megan fucking bleeding, and I'm like, I guess in my mind, my joking back in my mind, at first I had already said to myself, I was like, that nigga Tory shot that bitch. And then when they came out and said that shit like a week or two later, I'm like, oh shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was just some little man syndrome shit. But I mean,
You
that's
lost
still
your
to be
first
proven in court.
You lost your first court case.
We ain't lost nothing yet. The case ain't over, baby. The case ain't over. I'm not riding with it like that, but you know, I'm just trying to get this bread from this bitch. So you know,
You gotta defend the method.
yeah, I gotta defend her.
if the
So
glove don't fit, he ain't shoot the bit.
I mean, she ain't making no better talking too fucking much. So it is what it is. You know how it is. So I mean, good luck to you, Jussie. Up in fucking Cook County.
So do you say don't drop the soap, or he gonna drop it on purpose?
Hey man, next question.
He in PC, he'll be alright. So then we got Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, movie director, right?
Yeah, movie producer, directed Black Panther,
You tell him what happened real quick. I gotta get something.
Fruitvale Station, and Creed. Pretty much everything you've seen.
Was he in Black Panther? Did he
Michael
do
B.
Black
Jordan.
Panther?
Yeah, that's his movie.
Okay.
100%. So apparently he came to a Bank of America, and he was trying to get a discreet withdrawal out. So he wrote the information on a piece of paper and slid it in. It was for $12,000 withdrawal. So the teller or whatever, the bank lady was like, she pretty much thought it was red flags. She had all those questions, so she went back to try to get it from the teller, and then they was like, well, if it's all just suspicion and you think it's fraud and he's acting erratic, let's call the police. So they called police.
Yes.
He got handcuffed, and then they ended up realizing who he was, and they verified information. So the outrage was like, was that supposed to happen?
To me, I'm gonna say no, and I only say that because I do know people that if they want money and they want their bill separate and how they want it, they will just hand a sticky note and say, look, this is how I want the money, and they'll just slide it to them instead of saying it out loud how much money they want, how they want their bill. So in that case, and then if you pull up the account and see that the account matches his driver's license or whatever information you got to put in, get a man his money. What's the issue?
Hey man, That was the most Atlanta situation / boondock situation you can ever do to it. If you actually listen to the recording of the chick calling the police,
Yeah.
it's definitely in Atlanta.
To me,
She
my
said, I was so shook, I didn't know what to do. He swiped his card, but he had a California ID. I was just so shook.
my thing is like at first I was like it sounded like a misunderstanding, and then I started reading a little bit more, and I thought about it. I really thought about it, like the word, because people always throw race into shit, but when people don't take into account, people don't get handcuffed every day. That's a traumatic experience, right? But like people brush it over because we niggas. It just happened to us.
I ain't never been
Right?
handcuffed.
Like it's supposed to be normal.
Remember that night? I'll
Yeah,
tell you
I mean,
later.
wildin'.
Nigga,
But,
you ain't never seen me in handcuffs.
Second off,
Nigga, we was handcuffed together.
anybody who work at the bank,
What wrong with this
We
nigga?
was detained.
Huh?
y'all good?
I'm trying to figure. Wait, hold on. Tell me when I got handcuffed.
Y'all
Maybe
was,
it was some
y'all was
party,
at the bank
and
too?
it was off Oakland. We went over there. We was going to pick somebody up, and some shit happened.
Bro, you was with somebody else, bro.
I'll tell you later.
I've never been handcuffed in my life.
All right, maybe it wasn't you.
It definitely wasn't.
We were detained.
What's wrong with you? It's not Atlanta. But
Definitely wasn't in
it's
Atlanta.
not Atlanta. But my biggest takeaway is like, so the whole thing was she suspected fraud. She couldn't prove it, right? It wasn't no proof of fraud. She suspected it. She was on alert. Her training and everything that goes into it, if you suspect fraud, you can just say no. You could decline it. She pressed the silent alarm and was like, oh, bank robbery type shit. And made this man get arrested for some shit she couldn't even prove. Obviously.
Did she sound black?
She was
sounded
black.
right? Okay.
She was black.
Okay. She sounded young.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, either way, that falls on training for Make America and her. Like, it's fucked up that had happened, but there's no excuse for that. He need to shoot the fuck out of them.
Yeah, first of all, yeah, he definitely gonna get him a good little lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it happened in January.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, so for me, I think that, like, definitely she was in the wrong. But I do understand her panic, but that's where maybe she wasn't trained, like you said, trained properly, trained long enough. And didn't she talk to, like, her manager?
Yeah.
That's where the manager really falls in. Like, you should be, like, on some kind of, like, you either fired or you need to be on some kind of, like, probation or something
Depending on how big this lawsuit is.
Yeah, because my whole thing is, now they say he has a speech impediment. So, and you know, he just wanted to be discreet. I didn't know that people do that. I never worked in a bank though. So I was kind of,
let me get $12,000.
yeah. Once I heard that that's what like, that's not like not unnormal. Like it's like, that's usual. Then I definitely was like, oh, okay, well, Shawty just panicked. She sounded young. I feel for her. She fucked up though. Like she was wrong. And then the manager, I really like felt like she was super wrong because if you read the fucking paper, he gave you the ID. What bank robber give you the ID, give you his card, and give you a note, and you panicking? Read the fucking note.
And the address probably matched the license.
The police operator even said, so he swiped his card.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, he gave me a California ID. I was just so shook.
Yeah, I don't have no compassion for that.
Yeah,
shit,
that's-
unless like that shit that scary ass mindset. You a professional, do your fucking job.
Yeah,
Say no. What are you calling police for?
He didn't have no mask. The note didn't say, I got a gun, give me this money now. Like, everything on it was
Pressing
legit.
for a
Yeah,
bank
that's
robbery for
unacceptable. I ain't even gonna lie.
$12,000. It's unacceptable, man.
That's
Stupid ass.
unacceptable. So
What bank robber only gonna ask for $12,000? Like a very specific number. Like,
Yeah.
give me all the money, give me $100,000, $1 million, some shit like that. But 12?
give me all the shit you got on you right now. That's
Right.
usually what they say. So let's get on to some hip hop shit. Durky, yo, my boy Durk. He dropped his anticipated album. First of all, let me ask y'all this. As of this year, is this the most highly anticipated album this year so far?
Nope.
Who you got? I'm talking about this drop. Oh, you saying Donda 2? Donda 2?
Easily.
Y'all think so?
I don't think that's that anticipated. Like,
I don't think so.
Reach the peak of anticipation.
I think it's more anticipated.
I think with the Donda too. I think because like all the people I seen online and shit, everybody was kind of expecting that shit to be some weird shit. Like I don't think people was going crazy for it. Now I feel like for Donda, for sure. Donda 2, people was like, nah, he moving too fast. They think that it's all just some throwaway songs from Donda. That's why I don't think so. I think now the Kanye drama is higher than anything. But like as far as
I lumped all that together.
Yeah, I think as far as Donda 2, I wouldn't say it. But I do think, put it like this. They put out the $1 Million Worth of Game interview. First of all, they drop on Sundays. They drop his shit on Thursday specifically for him because his album came out Friday. And it was over 70,000 people watching the interview live on YouTube. So I was like, damn, that's pretty big right there.
This was last week, right?
This was yesterday.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, yesterday. So Lil Durk album dropped today.
But they was doing preview.
So he went on Gilly and Wallow.
I seen some of the clips.
Yeah, but they've been putting out clips for 2 weeks promoting it. They've been promoting it for 2 weeks.
That's why I was like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't promote shit like that for 2 weeks, bro. They promoted that shit for 2 weeks, and then they put out the interview on a day they don't put it out, and 70,000 plus people watched it live on YouTube at 4:00 on a Thursday. So, I do think it was one of the most anticipated albums. But what do we think his sales prediction is gonna be? Because last time he dropped on a Thursday, which was weird. They don't drop on Thursdays no more. So he only got counted 23,000. And then so the first 10 days he ended up selling like 90 or 100 or something like that. So what do we think now that he has a clear week? What are our predictions?
140.
140?
I'm saying 115.
115?
115.
140.
I'm going, damn, he took mine. I'm going like between 140 and 155. I think that currently, now I know it's going to change, but currently, as far as this last month and a half, him and Youngboy are number 1 and number 2 as the hottest rappers out. That's what I would say. Baby hasn't really been as active with his albums. So, I think that I don't know if he's the hottest. I give him 1 or 2. I don't know.
What Gunna did the first week?
That's what I was about to say. Gunna did 155. I feel like you gotta outsell Gunna because
Gunna had a
But
song
he had Pusha P.
He had Pusha P. He had.
But Gunna had is young Gunna. Yeah, but listen.
That's the only reason. If Durk had like a hit out right now, like a bona fide hit out, I would go in the 2s.
Yeah,
I would go in the 2s because
I
he
feel
had
like-
that buzz. That's just off buzz alone. He gonna get 100K, I think.
I still feel like Gunna got the best album this year. Now, what I will say about Gunna is, I think his shit was more impressive than anybody because Gunna don't be in no drama. He don't have to do what Youngboy and
because they know he gonna tell him.
he just chill. I forgave him, but
Gunna got a good backup with like Thug, Travis.
yeah, but you gotta understand, Thug only sold 89. Shit, I'm just saying Gunna is a silent big dog.
Got something to do with that too. That's what he's saying.
You saying? I mean,
No, I'm talking about you.
I think
You
saying
saying
what?
it ain't like just a thug. That helps,
Yeah.
obviously, but it's Gunna doing something right.
I think Thug pushed Gunna harder than he pushed himself.
That's what I'm saying. Thug pushing Gunna, and Thug I ain't gotta sell shit. Gunna gonna
I
sell
believe.
more than me.
but
That's
I
a
feel
fact,
like
but
all of them come with something. You know, you got. I feel like
Like a Don Oliver album, like
literally Durk is dropping an album piggybacking off of Vaughn. The week like Vaughn dropped last week, he dropping. Then on top of that, he's putting the drama out there. We got which we gonna talk about after this, the baby shit, the OTF shit. Like he's putting up billboards. Like he's beefing. He's selling beef. Both of them is selling beef. Like they doing a lot to sell these records. What I'm saying is, Gunna, his shit just seem a little organic to me. Like it's coming off organic.
doing something different. Just music.
He been making hits. I'm not saying
And
these
that's
niggas
that.
can't.
And that's me.
Dirk can make a hit. He just
Not just make hits, but you influencing culture. Like Pusha P shit.
Facts.
That's just
that
that
shit was trending
transcends.
for like a week.
It transcends. People ask me, "What
week,
Pusha
that
P
shit
mean?"
still-
That shit is like when niggas are saying it. That's your music gonna sell. It's an obvious, but Dirk is popular.
Yeah.
And he definitely been hot with the music lately. but I just need them hits now, like classic albums, classic body of work.
Yeah,
Like I said, and it ain't a bad album. It's just
it's too
on
slow.
The skim.
It's just too slow. It's
Yeah,
too slow tempo. If he gave us like 2 or 3 more up tempo tracks, then I felt like he would have been good with the album. Like I felt like, bro, just like you can't sell us all this up tempo shit. You know the shit where he, man, what? Where he going? It's coming out, and then you just give us more of the slow tempo. The slow tempo Durk. Like he literally had one song in there, and that was the Aha, where it's like the Savage shit.
I'm waiting on the deluxe. The deluxe, I feel, gotta be coming with that.
Yeah, he
If
definitely gonna try.
He's
to
waiting
get it
on the deluxe. A song is gonna drop probably like on a Monday or Tuesday, which they gonna say is on the deluxe, and that shit's gonna boost the sales.
Give us 7 more songs and some up tempo shit on the deluxe. Fuck that. So when he went on $1 Million Worth of Game, there was a clip that they put out where Wallow, for those who don't know, Wallow is Gilly's cousin, Gilly the Kid, the rapper. That's his cousin. His backstory is he did 20 years in jail, but he's done over 20 years in jail, but he did 20 straight.
Robbery.
Yeah, he got out. He's living his best life. They got a successful podcast. He's that guy.
He's a motivational, big on motivational speaking.
He do it all. So, Gilly and Wallow, one thing I like about their podcast is that it seems like the young dudes they have on there, the young rappers, they connect with them. They just don't come off like the old preachy old heads. So Wallow was just talking to him, and Wallow was giving a backstory about how his older brother died. Durk had an older brother that died last year, and he's saying that basically, I used to live with the hate, like the revenge, but I learned to, I had to forgive in order to be where I'm at right now, to be successful. And he said, and able to take care of my nieces and my nephew, like that's what I had to do. Now, mind you, he's in a room full of like 30 fucking savages. Lil Durk got $1 million sitting on the table in cash.
Hella uncomfortable in that room.
Right. He's crying. He's literally crying while he's telling this to Durk. And everybody was commenting and saying, nigga, that shit going in one ear and out the other. Do we think that Durk, like, what do we think about that, dude? Can Durk, like, do you think that he really took that?
The proof
It's valuable.
What was King Von's last interview?
With Gilly and Wallow.
Goddamn, $1 million with a kid. And Wallow said something similar. He wasn't as passionate, but he said something similar. You gotta leave the streets alone. He said the same thing to Pooh Shiesty before he got locked up. Pooh Shiesty, leave the streets alone. He said the same shit. The message is the same. I don't think it falls on deaf ears. I just think I was asking myself this, in the car, just thinking like niggas is built differently.
Yeah.
You can't change condition.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes it takes traumatic experience to change people, but at the same time, people are raised a certain way. They hear you. They feel you. But I ain't going out like that. Somebody do me, I just all I know to go back.
I think it's the opposite. I think he's been hearing this from other people already, and you can kind of see it, like how long it took. Like even with the young boy, it took him a minute to actually respond to it. If you even listen to his music since Von died, it ain't been as much spin the block, kill the
Nigga,
eye.
that's all he been rapping about.
No, not as much recently. Like even going back to the
No, the
album
only
now,
difference now
I'm
is
saying, like,
the only difference now is because he said that he was gonna stop saying people's names, but he still
I'm
is
saying, but he's
giving
not-
hints.
He's not as direct, except for the
Yeah, that's it. He's just not as
I'm
direct.
saying, but
He still be doing subliminal shit. I don't even follow him, but
I
I
don't
be
think
seeing
he-
when Act posts, oh, real street niggas moving, so I don't do all that internet shit. Stop even indulging in that.
I think that's a step in the right direction.
Shit.
It's one step at a time, bro. You can't just.
I
He
don't know,
hear
man.
the nigga that's around.
Mace
he
jumped
hear-
down, became a pastor.
What I'm saying is,
Some
what
shit
I'm
happen
saying
like that.
is, what I'm saying
That's
is,
different.
B. What I'm saying
Life
is,
changing.
I don't think that he's.
He's hearing
I don't think
people.
he's going in a different direction. I just think he just switched up how he do it. It's like if you selling drugs on the corner and the police come, you gonna switch up how you sell your drugs.
Now he on the
You
app.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we on the app like Tariq. You feel me? That's
don't
all
know.
it is.
I don't think it's that. I think he really
Shit.
hearing what the
Let
old
me
heads
tell-
is
listen.
telling him. I'm saying like
Let me ask you this. Go ahead. My bad. Continue.
Personally, I just feel like he's hearing people's what they saying, but he's still in the transition stage. It's hard to get out the streets when you still only hang around street niggas.
All right, so when you watch $1 Million Worth of Game, you know they always do a song in the intro, right?
Yeah.
So out of all the songs they played, he played a King Von song that he's on, where they literally, nigga, you could see the fucking happiness in his voice as they was rapping his part and King Von part. This might be one of Von's most disrespectful verses. He chose this song. He's on there saying like he's performing it. You could see the joy in his eyes when he's dissing the ops. He's like, bet Wooski still twitching. Bet Wooski feel this. Melly got shot in the party. Started Harlem shaking. That nigga looked excited. He looked excited. Go watch the beginning. That nigga Durk looked excited to be rapping about drilling something, bro. That shit is not changing, bro. Shit, like, you gotta understand, especially like the Melly nigga like that. I'm not even gonna say that. Well, basically, this nigga's Durk done lost his manager, his cousin, his brother, like artists, 3-4 different artists, bro. From just the Chicago shit. I don't think that just Wallow telling him that or him not mentioning somebody's name on record anymore is gonna be what changes him, bro.
Overnight, but
I don't think he's even going in the right direction.
Hey, I guess I just
you got your opinion.
I just see it from a different standpoint of you hearing it, but it's not as easy just to click off and just get all the way, get both feet out the streets. But I feel like he hearing it and he's trying to figure out the best way to grow up and get out the streets.
I guess my opinion. I guess my thing is, I would say if I had to give advice, is nigga ain't no 1 foot in 1 foot out the streets. Nigga, you either gonna do it or you can't or you don't. That's all it is, bro.
But I'm
you
saying
can't be 1 foot in. That we seen. That's what happened to Von.
I mean, one day. I mean, shit. You can't change that shit overnight.
Yes, you can.
People can.
Yes, you can. You cut off all your ties to the street like Chief Keef, and you take your ass all the way. You do what you do. You stay away. You stay out the way.
Chief Keef got out of the street overnight.
Yes. As soon as he started beefing with the O Block niggas, and them niggas came and robbed his house and shot like his manager or some shit, that nigga moved to California, and you never heard from him shit since. Now you can do some goofy shit. Like, don't get me wrong, people still gonna be on you. But what I'm saying is, he changed up his mentality. You changing up your mentality of being in the street overnight. You can do that. It's just, for some people, it's hard because that's all they know. Now, that's what I'm saying. Durk, that's all he know. But you can get out of that.
I ain't say you can't, but I just don't think that's some overnight shit. Like,
I agree, ain't overnight, but like even like
Durk been in the game 10 years,
like
bro.
Gilly was on that knucklehead shit, beefing with everybody shit. He reinvented himself.
Facts.
And that shit, it took a couple years.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, the stuff
he can make the move.
I'm just saying, but niggas,
it's about just doing it.
How long would you say? Like a year since niggas that we can see from the public eye that's in this nigga ear, like, hey, bro, you too hot for this shit. Like, you here, you made it. Get out the streets. It's not been that long.
Listen, I think that Durk know what he doing. That's what I'm gonna say. I think Durk know exactly what he doing. So, hey, let's get to the baby. So,
great album.
I ain't even want to listen to that shit.
Y'all ain't listen to it?
I'm not really a big fan of the baby, and I'm definitely not a fan of YoungBoy like that. So,
go stream that shit.
I ain't really gonna listen to it, but yeah, go stream it. Don't listen to me, y'all. I ain't telling niggas not to listen to it. So we had a situation with Cowboy. Y'all know who Cowboy is? He had a song called Envy Me in 2018. I'm with the gang, I'm with the mob, but what you thinking? You remember that song?
Can't forget
I
it.
give you the squad, I give you my heart. That
My
nigga,
daughter
I mean
sung that
that.
song. Didn't know
fight
what
some
the hell they were
demons.
talking about.
Yeah, that shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie, I still
the
play
hell
it.
out that shit, bro.
He go crazy.
So Cowboy,
You know what?
so Cowboy's from Chicago.
I know the beef.
So Cowboy's from Chicago, and this is his first time ever saying this. Allegedly, he's the cousin of King Von. Nobody knew that shit, and he came at the baby because, matter of fact, I should probably start with the baby and OTF. So when the baby announced that last week he was dropping his album with NBA YoungBoy, who's an enemy of Durk and Von, he did a joint. He said he was doing a joint album, and he was dropping it the same day as King Von. All the OTF members, a couple OTF members, sent some shots at the baby, right? And then when the album didn't sell, it only sold 30,000. They was basically clowning the baby, like they was saying, like, you know, you thought that man was gonna save your career, shit like that. So then the baby responded, and when he responded, he said, you know, y'all some towel boys. y'all niggas in OTF need to get on the same page because you dissing me, but y'all bosses waving the white flag in my DM. Everybody took that as him talking about Lil Durk. So he said y'all need to get on the same page, and I'm about whatever, and I'm gonna do business whatever who I want to do it with. Y'all niggas don't like it, come do something. This, that, and the third. So
I think we talked about this last week.
I think that happened after. Oh yeah.
And young boy, like, it was dangerous for young boy. So it was gonna be more dangerous for the niggas affiliated.
Yeah. So what? First of all, let's just break that down. Let's talk about that. What do we think about this situation? Like, did the baby? Because the baby, he stood on all 10 basically. But do we think that he made this situation worse?
Yeah.
I think he made it.
Yeah, he made it worse, but he didn't he just matching the energy. Just matching the energy, which we all know he is.
Well, what's matching the energy? Because they didn't say they wanted to do something to him.
He just said that
They just was clowning him.
And then
He got on there and said, "Do something about it."
that's the baby though. That's just him.
That's
If he don't give a fuck what it is.
No, I ain't trying to. I know who the baby.
To me, I thought it was predictable.
Yeah, it was definitely predictable.
But he said certain part, like if you get past the shit, like come do something. What he's saying that shit, I'm about my money.
That's a lot to
I'm
get
coming.
past.
No, I'm saying like if you break down what he's like, nigga, I'm about my money. I'm gonna goddamn do what I want to do with who I want to do it.
If you have a problem, if you got a problem with me, do something.
Do something, but you're not about to stop my money.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not matching it. Yeah, you're right. He's seizing it, but he's responding.
Yeah.
He responded.
Like,
He's saying y'all niggas
not
started
saying,
with me.
oh, I back this nigga, fuck King Von.
Also,
like he's like talking about nigga, I'm doing this shit because I want to, and I work with whoever the fuck I want to work with. Nigga, in my head, his next line could have been shit. If I want to work with Durk next week, I'm gonna go do that shit.
I think the only thing that he said, which was kind of weird, I felt like, damn, you put the whole like your boss is in the thing waving the white flag. Like, I guess obviously he don't give a fuck. I just feel like, damn,
why
are you willing?
Why
Are
is
you
that weird? Does he feel like he should keep that low?
I just think the way that the baby says shit sometimes it makes shit more problematic. Like when he said even with the LBGTQ shit. Remember he was saying shit and he was like, I am the culture, I'm this, and it just made the situation worse. So I felt like clearly he must not have been trying to obviously he wasn't trying to make the situation better, but he definitely made it worse to me. Because now it's kind of like you're saying you can work who you want to work with, but now you just you basically essentially put yourself on that side and inherited the beef because of the way that you said shit to me. So that's what I just thought was a little weird.
You know, everybody know he speak off emotion. Nobody around him can grab this nigga phone and say, hey, nigga, hold on before you say this shit. Because you might be saying some shit a way that you really don't mean it. But basically, all I got from it was,
and that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I think that he was trying to say it one way, but he always says shit the wrong way. That's why I feel like he should be consulting with somebody. Like, he don't give a fuck. Clearly, he's never given a fuck.
Got no media training.
I mean, honestly, he reacts like 6ix9ine reacts. He's gonna talk. He's gonna say some shit. And he gonna say what the fuck.
Because 6ix9ine knows what he's doing. Like his intentions
more calculated.
Yeah, his intentions are to disrespect you.
That was the first example that came to my head.
I'm just saying
They're both blunt, but 6ix9ine is more calculated. And
but
it's an act.
The baby just
Baby's
like
literally
niggas keep coming at him like, yo, fuck you, nigga. You see what I did before? My record clean, nigga. Anybody that stepped to me, nigga, they
listen. I'm gonna tell you, he talking to the right people. People in Chicago don't give a fuck about that nigga resume, and that's where we get the Cowboy.
He don't give a fuck either, because it's like, hey,
I got
nigga,
you.
I'm standing on what the fuck I said, but really, what he was trying to say is,
nigga,
I'm about my money. I'm about my money. And I can work with who the fuck I want to.
Basically, this is a situation. This is a situation where they stepped on each other's shoes and start shooting at each other.
It's a nigga moment.
It didn't have to be that. So let's get to Cowboy. So Cowboy came out and said he's the cousin of King Von, right? And he basically was calling out the baby because in that same shit that I told y'all to post that the baby made, he went in on OTF and then at the same sense he said. And he was talking about, I'm working with Youngboy. Like I said, that's the op for King Von. But he was like, I fucks with King Von. He stood on business. It's just unfortunate that, the other people stood on business too. That's just what gangster shit is, right? Which I agree. So my question, I guess, is can you respect, and this was Cowboy. He came at him. And this is essentially the message he was trying to say. Is the question I'm giving y'all. Can you respect someone but still drop a tape with his op on the same day that the person you respect is dropping the album, like strategically, like basically King Von dropped the album and his album was saying they was putting it saying this album's coming out first, and then the baby said he's dropping a tape with YoungBoy on the same day, but then he was saying I respect Von, but at the same sense you working with YoungBoy, you dropping to YoungBoy.
I respect him, but
But
nigga
that's
Von don't pay my bills. I respect him. I'm not dissing him.
This ain't my beef.
This
I
ain't
ain't got
my
no
beef.
beef for OTL
I'm
at the
just
time.
working with him. Now, only thing where I think it will get blurry if he's on a song with YoungBoy and YoungBoy's dissing Von.
Now, according to Cowboy, he's saying that that's what happened. But according to the baby, on Breakfast Club, he said that there was no disrespectful lines.
Then that's where I would draw the line. Right? Yeah. You don't respect me. You on a song, niggas dissing me. Like you pushing it. Now don't get twisted. You pushing it. Doing an album with him with my on the same day. All right. You drawing the line. But I think you can still respect me. Now if there was a conversation where a nigga was like, yo, don't do that, and if you know what I'm saying, I have a problem with you doing that, and like you went behind my back or you did some sneaky shit, but I don't think that's just disrespectful.
Nah, it's not disrespectful, especially like nigga,
Business, man.
it's not his beef.
Yeah,
He
man.
gave the respect, like yo. He's basically said Von was a real ass nigga. I'm a real ass nigga. This ain't my beef. I respect him, but I'm about to get this bag.
Yeah,
I forgot how much the bag was, but shit, he got the bag.
He said
I'm
2.5 million. I don't believe it.
I'm not joining teams with YoungBoy. I'm just respect his artistry. I'm doing the music. That's it.
I see it both ways. Because I agree with y'all side, what y'all say, like there's nothing wrong with what y'all said, but I also look at it like when you just look at it, it's like, all right, you know that this shit done split the industry in half. Maybe you don't play the industry games, I get it. But I feel like you know you're not stupid. You know what come with dropping a tape the same day as him. Like, I think the baby, like, to me, I feel like the baby was kind of like playing a little dumb. Like, you know that if we drop this strategic marketing, like this is good marketing, this could be good for us. Like, this is the perfect time to drop this album. So I just feel like let's not act like you know that what side NBA, you know what NBA YoungBoy been doing. You know he been dissing. You know he been real disrespectful. He been coming at niggas, and I get that's your man. So I expect you to stand beside him, but you know what come along with what you saying. I ain't mean it like that.
And I'm a stand beside.
I know that's your man, and you stand beside him, but at the same time, you know what come with that, baby. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I see both sides. I see what Cowboy's saying.
Because I was looking at it from the baby perspective.
Yeah.
If I'm anybody in Von's team, I'm gonna find that disrespectful.
But my
To be
thing
honest.
is,
Yeah, you should have just never even said nothing about King Von if you was gonna do that. You should have just came out. I'm doing the take with YoungBoy. It is what it is.
So if somebody you respect, right? You don't know the nigga. That's not your homie. That ain't your day one. But you got respect for the nigga. You just not gonna fuck with his ops just because you have respect for somebody. Cause you gonna
What?
have respect.
No, I
for
didn't
a
say
lot of
that.
people.
I
No,
didn't
I'm
say that.
asking.
No, I'm not saying that. I agree. I agree with y'all point. His business is his business. But I'm saying you know what comes with that. You drop the tape with this nigga's op that you said you respect. They're going off your actions.
It's not like he just did a song.
Yeah, you did a tape
with a nigga and you drop it on the same day. Von
You
dropped.
drop the same day that he's dropping his
That's
album.
That's pushing it.
The nigga is saying how he's
pushing it.
smoking Vine and all kind of shit.
That's
That's why I say I feel like the baby, like when YoungBoy dropped tapes with fucking Birdman and all the Rich the Kid and all that. Don't nobody say that them niggas is picking sides. The reason they on the baby ass is because nigga, you dropping on this nigga's date with this nigga. And then on top of that, you tried to. It's like you coming off like you trying to play both sides by saying, "No, I respect him." Nah, don't say that. Like you probably shouldn't have spoke on King
Shit, the
Von.
baby just got in there, got his bag. That whole release day shit could be YB shit. And he out there and did that. That's his.
They both
people,
got
that-
control over when that
I'm
album
saying
dropped.
like
It's the optics though.
They
I
got
guess that was
control.
the same, Brandon. Like some of
like-
that shit is
some
down his
shit's like-
control.
it's
He
not
might
even-
just come in, did his thing, come out.
that nigga
But-
went in the booth, recorded his shit, and got the fuck out.
Listen, that's all I'm saying. But we can move on. Let's move on to Chris Brown. Chris Brown basically vindicated himself.
Like
I
we
think
said.
we all think because I was here for that episode, but we all said this bitch was lying. I ain't gonna count. Shawty, Jay was here. Shawty said that Chris Brown raped her New Year's Eve 2020, going into 2021 on Diddy's yacht in Miami, and she was suing a civil suit for $20 million as a Jane Doe, right?
Cause she knew she couldn't get it. She couldn't get
So
it.
Chris Brown recently, I guess he got his receipts
fucking
together.
Crazy, yo. Like, think about that. I can't just get past that. Bitch said, I'm not going to court. I'm straight. Give me the bag.
Facts.
$20 million.
She didn't even press no criminal charges, nothing. She basically waited over a year to make these charges. Now, Chris Brown came back with receipts. He had text messages, voicemails. Basically, Shawty was like, hey, I want to do this again. You gave me the best dick of my life. She leaving voicemails saying, like, she was talking to herself in the text messages. Like, Shawty just was an all-out stalker. At one point, she was in California. She was like, I'm at the same club you at. What's up? I want to go home with you tonight. All that. So when he put that out there, her lawyer dropped her and said, hell nah, she ain't disclosed this information with me. So what do we think about this situation? Do women have too much power in the system? Do, like, when a woman says rape at this point, are we wrong for like,
that's a different question.
two questions. Okay, give me the power. Do women have too much power?
Do women have too much power? I say no. Say no.
I say yes, and it's not their fault.
I say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. They do have too much power.
I'm gonna say yes, not even just for rape allegation. Like, if a chick scream or say hit me or anything, you can't even look at a chick or do anything. I go to the gym, you glance like picking something.
Yeah, I seen that
harassment.
TikTok video.
Yeah, so like, yeah, a lot of power.
Yeah.
Women have a
I
lot
don't
of power,
think that's too much power, though.
but
But you
they,
can't do it.
That's just
They
an
have too much
example
power
of stuff
too.
that a girl
They
can
have
do
a lot of
that a
power.
guy can't do, but it's stuff guys can
That's an
do.
example of multiple
the court of law type shit don't work both ways when it comes to that. If a woman say something, you're guilty until you're proven innocent.
Girl, if Corey say David hit me, your ass is going to jail. It ain't no separate. You're going to jail.
Nigga,
Either David
I'm not-
hit
see,
or
You can be the
y'all
one
giving
cut
me
up and
example.
bleeding,
I'm looking at it
and
like,
you still go to jail because she gonna say you hit her.
it's her word.
so y'all saying, and that's like, when y'all say women got too much power, y'all talking about in general, or y'all talking about specifically when it comes
We're
to
talking about in
domestic
courts.
violence?
We're talking
Or
about in the courts. That's where this is.
Well, in the courts, in the cases of, yeah, they might have an advantage in that.
And I think it's also fucked up because now as a man, it's hard to just take off first glance. Like, a woman say something and now, because of the women that lie, it make it hard for a man to just be like, well, shit, I need to see the facts first before I could just honestly just straight out believe them.
See, that's where my issue comes in. I think people have human nature. We have this affinity to just react whenever we hear a story, a headline, and we come up with these opinions, which I don't understand how you can come up with an opinion when you weren't there, and you don't know the details. Like, I see some shit, and you might hear, oh, so artist has a rape allegation. Yeah, that nigga did it. How you know? How you even come up with that opinion?
Because the women got that much power.
Or the other way around. Well, that nigga innocent. I know he ain't do that shit. He rich. He know how to do that shit. It boggles my mind how people do that. Now, if somebody say, yo, here's the scenario. This happened here, we're here, and this happened here. This is her. And you'd be like, well, based on that, my opinion is this. People don't talk like that. They just say, oh, they look at the headline and make an opinion. It's crazy to me. Now, especially with rape or anything, any kind of, like the whole Tory and Meg shit. Like, how do you know what happened when that first dropped or anything like that? It's weird. So when it comes to like rape and shit, I don't know. There's no simple answer. So when you say women have the power, not to me.
They got the power to persuade, to get people on their side until it goes to court and the facts are proven.
Well, I think if you're a celebrity, right,
It's every day,
and somebody accuse you of something, nobody's gonna care if you can prove it innocent. The stories has the power. That's gonna drive the narrative.
But just
You know
think
when
about
people
local shit.
get dismissed, people get accused of rape. The whole Me Too movement, a lot of niggas got accused of rape. And there was a lot of people doing that, but a lot of people, this shit got dismissed and people don't even talk about it no more. So
right, because what happens to? Because nothing happens to the women that lie.
That's a different whole different thing. Should they be held accountable?
But that's
the court
power
of
though,
law.
where they
That's
can
power.
where they can lie and still be found out that they lying
But
and
that
nothing
man,
happened
that
to
shit
them.
sticks to the person.
So
that,
a man can't do that.
how often
Not
do you see
really.
that happen?
A man can't lie.
I
Name
don't-
one
I don't
time.
think
Give
so,
me one
bro.
example.
I
Celebrity
think a
or
man
not
is gonna get
celebrity?
drugged through the mud for lying, bro.
I mean, what man ain't famous? Like, man,
I
lie.
don't care.
They
They gonna
gotta be
find it
famous.
out.
Yeah, like this girl getting drugged through the mud right now. When
She
you get
Jane
caught
Doe.
lying,
She's
you
a
get
Jane
drugged.
Doe. We don't even know who she is.
Wait,
And I
what?
think that shit happened so.
That situation with Bill Cosby, that's the only thing I can think of.
Cause that shit happened so long ago.
What you mean?
Who them women ain't get drugged through the mud? Cosby got drugged through the mud. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. But
All right. Well, let's get to Calvin Ridley before we get to what scenario, man.
We didn't get to the second question.
that shit is convoluted, bro. Let's go. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, we going somewhere else. That's what I said. Calvin Ridley was just suspended. Now he's coming off of basically missing most of the year last year for mental health reasons. He's suspended for the next season, for the whole season, for gambling on football, and you know that's forbidden in sports. He said he had a parlay where he bet 1,500. He also bet on the Falcons to win, and so he put it. He was trying to get his bread up, and it cost him $11 million.
I think he should get suspended.
Do
another
we
year
think?
for his reasoning? Bro, it was only.
Yeah, he came back and said like
He
it was
should've
only
shut the fuck
$1,500.
If he shut the fuck up,
Shut
this
the fuck
shit.
up.
My answer changes if he shut the fuck up.
God, he should shut the fuck
So
up.
do we think he should have been suspended a year?
No.
Yes.
Why
I think
not?
he got lucky. He was suspended a year.
And my main reason behind him not get suspended a year, he betted in a game that he had no part in. He was not in the game.
It don't matter. You could have inside information, all that. You can know game plans, all that, nigga.
It's just morale.
That
It's
shit
just,
don't
it fucks
matter.
Up the integrity of the game.
So, like, the
It's
reason I
slippery
say that-
slope.
How
Yeah.
does that if he's not even playing?
He
He's
just
out
gave
on
you
mental
reasons.
health.
He know the playbooks. He know the tendencies. He know the routes.
Yeah,
He
he,
could be
might
like,
know who hurt and they ain't gonna
who
say it to
hurt,
the beginning of the game.
And if he's willing to bet, he might willing to get the information out.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you out for some mental health shit. What you doing? And
wild.
the league has
You can't bet
the
on
league has
sports you
suspended
playing.
people before, and every person that got suspended got a year. They named like 4 other people who's been gambling. That's the
And even if he's not playing, that's a horrible look for the league.
yeah.
It's horrible.
They already say shit fixed.
It's a horrible PR look.
Yeah, you can't
gotta-
do
you
that.
gotta
And they say, and Shannon
damage
Sharp,
control.
Shannon Sharp said when you go in any locker room, they have a big poster up that says you cannot bet on sports.
That's
Now I
just a
hate when
no-no,
people keep on trying to say, well, Ray Rice did this and got only 2 games and da 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 da. These people do. Listen,
That ain't got nothing to do with sports.
I
get
feel like
that.
yes,
I
the
get that.
league has made mistakes. We can all agree with that. Nobody's perfect. They got a different type of protocol. You hit a bitch, your ass is gonna be on the commissioner list until you know the investigation's
you're proven
done
guilty,
and
innocent.
until some shit going on. Then we gonna figure that out.
Until
But
women
that
have
but stop
power.
comparing apples to oranges all the time. Like
yeah.
if the nigga's wrong, he wrong. That's against their policy, bro.
I mean, I guess-
policy, bro. If you,
Like I said, the only thing that I said is should probably been like 6-7 games.
Not if they give everybody a year. If that's the standard, and you know that before you place a bet. If I tell you, Brandon, if you run this stoplight, you're getting 5 days in jail. Don't tell me that that's too much. Like I shouldn't be getting that. That's the code. Like I tell everybody, 5 days. You can disagree with the rule, but that's the rule.
I just said my opinion. He was wrong, and then he made it worse.
My whole thing, I feel like it's worse if your ass ain't even on the field. Like your ass is out here, you on mental health, and people is already questioning. Like, was something really wrong with
the
you?
wrong part, because from what I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, if you go on DraftKings, put your name and your information in, and think you're gonna get away with this shit,
Stupid ass
you
nigga.
gotta be a stupid motherfucker to get caught like
He
this.
need another year for that too.
Come on, bro, you dumbass nigga.
That shit was just
Fucking
stupid.
bum. That's
Maybe
why he
he
about to
does-
get released.
Maybe he does have a mental
That's
health.
the
This
issue.
nigga just ruined our fucking
Alabama
season for the
education.
next season. This was our season. for at least to win our division. We ain't got nobody in that bitch.
All right, y'all. We do a little something different. Instead of what's the scenario,
Okay.
we're gonna do something called Would You Rather.
Okay.
So here we go. Ain't no song, but just Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
All
Would
right,
you
no-
rather get $1 million straight up, no bullshit,
No
just
taxes?
no taxes, no nothing? You just get $1 million, or niggas say we flip this coin. Heads, you get $1 billion. Tails, you get nothing. Brandon, go first. What you doing?
I'm a gambling ass nigga. I ain't never had $1 billion. I'll take my chances to try to get it.
So you passed up the million, you see flipping the coin, 50-50.
Hell yeah.
Justin, what you doing?
I'm definitely flipping the coin.
Oh, you flipping the coin?
Nigga, I done lived my whole life without $1 million. I'm good. If I don't get, listen, I can either, you
I
telling
can't
me,
miss $1
you
million
telling
I
me
ain't
it's a
never had.
50% chance I can get $1 billion, or I could just continue to live my regular ass life that I've been living? I'm
a-
trying to
That's-
shoot
you
for the
just-
billion.
You just took
I'm a
away the $1
lucky-
million option, though.
I know what I'm
I'm a
saying is,
lucky
I
ass
know
no,
that's
nigga.
what you said.
no, what I'm saying, the reason I'm not taking the million and I'm going for the billion is because, nigga, like, I could get $1 million, but I could also get $1 billion.
I'm an all in that.
And
type
it's
of nigga.
50% chance. If I don't get the million, if I don't get the billion, I'm put like this. If I don't get the billion, I'm not gonna
I
be
didn't
sick.
lose shit.
I'm
I'm
sick.
taking the meal.
I'm not gonna
taking
be
the
sick.
bill, bro.
Nigga,
taking
I'm
the
I
looking
might
at it
not
like
go.
this.
I might not go back
I'm
to the
taking the
house
bill,
and
bro.
tell the decision that I just had to make. I'm not going home and
Nah,
saying that
I feel
shit.
like even Jasmine would have told me, yo, flip the coin.
I'm not mad if you flip the coin, but I'm mad if you get tails.
I can see if it said, yo, you.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
Like,
this.
before-
No,
like
listen.
the-
I'm saying this. I can see if it was like, if you don't get the billion, you lose everything on the other side. But you saying like I continue to
you get a
just
free
live my
million for
regular
doing
life.
anything, or you
I'm taking
take
the
a
billion,
chance
bro. I'm
to
I'm
get
going for the billion.
Nothing
This
or
is
$1 billion.
all or
Imagine
nothing.
being in a room like this right now and the only nigga that want a meal was me.
Listen,
I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
be
be
all right, bro.
surprised.
I'm gonna be okay.
Because I know
Listen,
you're going to look out at least 100.
I'm going for the Billy, bro.
Because I'd be like, hey, I give
Let
you
me-
$500 and we do another flip.
No, that's not the scenario.
That's not it, but I took the meal. I already did
You-
your
yeah, you got the bill. You do whatever you want with it.
Nigga, I'm
You can do
straight.
whatever you can ask whatever you want. I'm gonna take the 5 and run.
I'm super straight with
But
the billion,
y'all
bro.
niggas is-
Hey,
I know you was gonna go for the gambling, but you got kids. Like,
And I'm gonna continue to take care of my kids,
My kids
whether I
is
get that
good.
million or not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like at the
Nasty.
end of the
That's
day,
nasty
at the end of the
work.
day, I'm living my regular life. If I don't get the Billy, so
like I said,
if
going
I'm
into
taking, I
it-
can see if it's like we out here and I'm out here just pouring on my dick, like I'm poor as a motherfucker. You feel me?
Oh, let me
Like,
find out y'all
nah.
having. Okay.
No, I can afford to take care of my kids.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Hey, I like this. I'm going off you, though. We ain't doing no what's scenarios today.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in coma for a decade? Justin, we start with you. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Jail, because I can still, at least I can be notified what's going on behind, on the other side of the walls. My kids can come and see me.
Yeah.
My girl can come and see me.
Big
My
Larry
family.
gonna see you.
Nigga, stop trying to say some gay shit with jail.
I didn't. Whoa.
Listen,
Why did Big Larry gotta be
Who
gay?
the fuck is Big Larry, nigga?
Yeah,
I don't know no
but
Big
your
Larry, but Big
cellmate.
Larry
Your
sound gay.
cellie.
I don't care if Big Larry see me, nigga.
Bro,
I don't care if Big Larry see me.
So, nigga,
Big Larry
you-
catch this shank, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga?
is that like a code word? Euphemism? What's going on?
Nah, the nigga just said Big Larry can see you. That's just sounded gay, right?
Hey, now question.
I can still live my life. You wake up after 10 years, you don't know what the fuck. You miss so much shit. You don't know what's going
Can I ask
on.
a question? Because you can stop me if I'm adding to
Go
it.
ahead, dude.
If I'm in this coma and I got this policy and my family is getting taken care of in this coma,
Nigga always try to.
I'm asking.
Always try to fix the books.
Because if my family is getting taken care of financially
you know
while
what?
I'm in this coma,
You don't know. You gonna find out when you wake up.
You're in a coma,
I'm going
nigga.
to jail. Fuck that. 5 years?
Nigga, you gonna miss an extra 5 years sleeping.
Yeah, nigga. Then when I wake up, I gotta learn how to do everything again.
Yeah.
Then they now I'm a burden on them. They gotta depend on me and shit.
Right.
Nah, I'm
Nigga
cool.
just
I
tweaking
do
again. I'm in that coma.
Nigga, cause you like to sleep.
I'm in that
That
coma.
nigga that scared.
I mean, I ain't going to jail for 180 days, let alone 5 years, nigga.
I'm gonna
I'll
do my
wait. See
5,
me on a
nigga.
decade.
I can do my 5.
Hell nah.
I'm too. I'd rather not, like, I'd rather miss the shit and just, like, sleep.
It don't feel like shit to
Being
you.
in jail and seeing the shit, I still can't get.
Yeah, I'm missing. Like they coming to see. I don't even want my kids to see me in
Like
jail.
my uncle went and he got out, like, seeing shit like an iPhone. He was like, what the fuck is this?
Nigga, what you think you gonna be doing when you
But I
out for
said,
10 years?
Like seeing that shit while in jail, and you like, what the fuck? I'd rather wake up in 10 years like, oh shit, I want some new shit.
I'm taking a 5 just because I get an extra 5.
Give me 5.
I don't know. You might not come out. You be institutionalized. You come out different.
Sleep, you don't know.
You don't know
Do what I
what
gotta
choices
do.
you make in jail. You on your
Then
freedom.
you wake up and you don't know
Alright.
what. You really confused on what the
Give me some
fuck going
counseling.
on.
Hey, but you in jail 5 years, you
can't-
gotta wake up to this shit.
Man,
Hell
hell no.
Day. That shit. Hell nah. Give me a coma.
Knowing you in jail, in coma,
Y'all
you know
niggas.
shit, you just in the coma.
You wake up.
Nigga, when
That's
I
it.
wake up, I might try to think I can walk, and nigga, I go step and
Yeah.
I'm falling and
Niggas
busting
gonna
my.
wake up in jail, think you can walk.
Big Larry. Would you rather? So you lose a bet, and let's say in this scenario, in this whether you rather scenario, you an honorable person, right? So you gonna honor the bet. You made this bet, you gonna honor it. So don't try to tweak it. Would you rather get slapped 5 times in a row, or the person gets the option to slap you 1 time, but he can do it anywhere, anytime? Which one you taking? You lose the bet. He said, bro, if I win this
5.
bet, I can slap. I'll give you an option. I'll slap you 5 times in a row right now, or I'll slap you 1 time,
5.
anytime, anywhere. You don't know
I'm taking the 5.
why.
Hey, nigga, you better get your hits now.
Cause I already get your hits now. Cause I'm like you just said, anywhere I could be goddamn in front of my fucking kids. I could be in the club. I could be in the club. I could be in some pussy. Nigga, just come out nowhere, smack your ass. Like I'm too paranoid. Like
And then he can
now I gotta
frustrate.
be like every time.
Hey, what?
First of all, every time I'm around a nigga, I gotta think about, and then I can't smack the nigga back,
Yeah, hell
right?
no, you can't smack
So
the
this
back.
nigga can just smack the shit out of me
Smack the shit out
on
of
my
you
birthday
on your
party,
birthday.
like,
In
and
front of all the hoes.
I
nah,
ain't even
bruh.
saying that. I'm trying to think about him. Slap me 5 times and I know it's coming. Or you come and slap me randomly. Nigga, I got a license to carry. I might shoot you by accident. You just come and slap me, nigga. I don't know who you might have came from behind and slapped me. And I shoot your ass.
No, just you
shit.
always when you brace for it, it's better than getting smacked off guard because
That
nigga might
too.
knock your
But I'm
ass
just
out.
thinking about me.
feel
Now
me?
I gotta go do that 5 to 10 years because this nigga done slap me.
Unless he slap you in a coma.
Facts. Facts.
What you doing, Chris? 5 slaps.
For the shit saying good, I'm taking on one slap.
Oh, he gonna knock your ass
That
out.
paranoia is real, dog.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Especially,
Every time.
especially if he start fucking with you.
That's what I was about to say. A nigga like me, if I can do that smack, I'm be like, "What's up,
What's
my
up,
nigga?
my
You good?"
nigga?
Like I'm.
You start popping up in places.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how petty you is. Like, I leave here, right? And I just wait in the parking lot.
Cause
Wait
niggas,
till you come out.
every time you throw
Now I put it in your head.
Nah, cause I'm
Imagine
leaning my
that.
like if I know you got that one and I know you keep playing with me, one of them times you gonna come too close, I'm gonna lean my head up. You hit me.
Yeah, you hit
That's
me.
it.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking. Like, man, you gonna.
Here you go, adding the extra
Yeah.
shit.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm gonna
Fuck up the
do.
slap, you can
If you
up
fuck
the
it
slap.
up, you fuck it
You
up.
fuck up the slap and it counts.
Niggas gonna find a way to finagle their way up out of this
God
motherfucker.
damn,
boy.
nigga,
Right.
take
But
the
I'm
Y'all
taking-
niggas
I'm
taking the
five.
fucking air
I'm
out of
doing
this
5.
What
But
are
I'm
the
saying-
5 fingers? Say it in the face.
Nigga, we're
taking
under the
5.
assumption that you're getting the shit smacked out of you. Stop sucking the air out of the question, nigga.
It's all
I'm
you
taking my
need.
5. Hey, would you rather marry a girl that's gonna fuck the shit out of you, but she ain't shit, and she a freak? She gonna fuck the shit out of you the rest of your life, or marry a good girl, but she give you mediocre head for the rest of your life?
I'll take the mediocre head all day of the week.
So she gonna fuck the shit out you, but she ain't shit.
Like she just like she don't
What's-
like to
what-
cook, she don't like to.
She just ain't shit.
Yeah, like she ain't
Yeah,
white
give me the-
material,
give me
but
the-
she gonna give you the best
That
sex.
sound like a side bitch.
Exactly. Give me the mediocre head.
Give me the
That's-
mediocre.
And you could.
Yeah, at this point in my life, yeah, it's like.
And if I'm being
I'd
Brandon,
rather have the other shit taken care of.
and if I'm being like Brandon, I'm gonna add some shit to it. You can learn, I guess. Shit, you can learn how to get some good head, I guess.
Unteachable.
Yeah, like I mean, shit.
Yeah,
You had to learn
I-
somewhere,
I
right?
guess I'm gonna take the video over head. Like, that's what's up.
The
but
fuck,
You
I'd
have
rather do
mediocre
that.
shit the rest of your life.
nigga?
You
If
said I
the pussy
can't
still
cheat.
work, don't it?
Oh, it,
The pussy
yeah,
still work,
still
don't it?
work, don't it?
The fuck.
It might be mediocre
I'm
too.
joking, but I feel like just that ain't shit is gonna be more stress than
Yeah.
just the sex life, because
Facts.
it's like the bitch ain't cleaning, cooking, ain't handling her business out in the streets. You just arguing over dumb all that shit.
Our whole relationship ain't based off of just the sex.
I know. I just.
So
I'm
no.
agreeing
I'm-
with y'all.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying, I'm just speaking. I'm saying like the whole relationship isn't based off the sex or just the head or whatever it may be. So I'm straight. I'm gonna take the girl, and she gonna improve. I'm gonna just tell her the truth. Your shit is kind of weak.
That's it for the week.
Oh, I'll have one.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's wrap it up then.
Now let's wrap it up then.
I got one that we.
Facts and Cap Podcast, episode 85. We out, baby.
Ow.
Bing.